Alright, this is section 2.1, linear equations in one variable. So I'm going to go through this section and model the problems so that you have examples to look at and you can use those and then to solve your problem. So number 1, we have 6 and then open parentheses 4y minus 5 close parentheses equals. We have a negative 25 and then open parentheses 7 minus y close parentheses. Okay, so first we're going to distribute the 6 and multiply 6 times both terms here. So 6 times 4 will give us 24 and then attach the y that we had. And 6 times, this is a negative 5, will give us a negative 30, or we can say minus 30. On the other side, we have a negative 25 times 7. So that's going to give us a negative 175. Just think about it like quarters. Okay, we have 7 quarters, we got 175. And then a negative 25 times the negative y, that will give us a positive, because negative times a negative become positive, and then that will give us 25y. Okay, the number in front of here is understood to be a 1. 25 times 1 there. Okay, so from here we're going to combine like terms. So I want the y terms to be on the same side and the numbers. Normally I would move my y's to the left side. I want them on the left side of the equal sign. However, if I did that, it would cause them to be negative, because I'll have to subtract 25 to move it, and I don't want to deal with negative. So this time I'm going to subtract the 24 and move it over to the right side. So I'm going to subtract the 24y and subtract 24y. Whatever you do to one side, you do to the other. Line them up with its like terms and then bring down what you have left. So bring down negative 30 equals negative 175. And then this is going to be 25 minus 24, which will just be a positive y, 1y, okay? And then we're going to move the numbers over so that we get this variable by itself. So I'm going to add 175 to both sides. And 175 negative and positive cancel. Here I'm just going to subtract the 30, and that's going to give me 145 equals y. So in this problem, we get one solution. Okay, we get one answer. Y is equal to 145. All right, so we're also going to do number 2 here. So similar type problem. Just got a couple more terms. So number 2. We have 6w plus 8 equals 6w plus 2 minus 4. Alright, so this side is already simplified. We can't do anything, so on this side I'm going to distribute. So I'm just going to bring down the 6w plus 8 equals. This is going to be 6w. 6 times 2 is going to give us 12, and then minus 4. Alright, so over here I'm going to simplify like terms. The numbers 12 and 4, I'm going to combine those. So I have 6w plus 8 equals 6w, and then 12 minus 4 is a positive 8. Alright, so from this point, notice that both sides are the same. So as I begin to try to collect like terms and move things from one side to the other, you will see that everything will cancel out, and that's going to be a special case. So if I move my numbers together, I subtract 8 from both sides. 8 minus 8 is 0, so that cancels, and the same thing here is 0. So I just have 6w equals 6 6w. Alright, now if I want to get my variables together, I need to move one or the other. It's going to be the same. So subtract 6w since it's positive from both sides. And this gives us 0 equals 0. Okay, so anytime you get 0 equals 0, this is a true statement. So what happens is, if you cancel out your variable, so this time I had w, it could be any letter, t, y, x, whatever. If you get a true statement, that means all real numbers. That means any number that you plug in for w will work out. All real numbers. Okay, the symbolic form is just this bold-faced R. This means all real numbers. So this, written out, all real numbers, this symbol, sometimes they may give it to you in interval notation, negative infinity to positive infinity. All of these different representations mean all real numbers. So, there's an infinite number of solutions, all real numbers. For this one, anything that you plug in will work out.